taking a stand against fascism, and they call Ukraine a fake state. Pro-Russian forces in Crimea say they'll fight anyone who tries to stop the peninsula becoming part of Russia. And as France 24's team in Crimea have been finding out, local youths are falling over themselves to sign up to the fight. They believe they're taking part in history in the making.
Simferopol is the largest city in Crimea, home of the regional parliament, a building guarded by pro-Russian militiamen.
We are not here to chat. We have orders not to give any interviews, so step back. No one goes beyond this line. We won't give you any information.
Not much of a dialogue then. On the other hand, communication channels between the militias and Crimea's new authorities appear to be seamless.
Since
the beginning of the crisis, these militiamen have been providing a very helpful hand to the soldiers in unmarked uniforms who are surrounding Ukrainian military bases in Crimea. Talking to the soldiers is Vasily, and this is how he describes them.
Nice people who charge us ammo, ammunition.
Vasily is familiar with these barracks located just outside Simferopol. Just like many other militiamen, that's where he carried out his military service.
On this base, many people, yes, military, who live and not only live and born in Crimea. So now we have opposing front inside the base. First of all is the Ukrainian commander who born in Lviv, Ternopil or other place on West Ukraine, and our people who charge in this military base, but he don't support the idea of Maidan. We don't support fascism or nationalism.
Recently, various paramilitary groups have decided to unite under the same banner, the Crimean Front. Its leader is a Crimean Russian. He accuses Western nations of stirring up tensions in Ukraine.
Nowadays, the United States are doing all they can to ignite a conflict that will result in chaos. Russia, on the other hand, is doing its best to protect our land. Ukraine is a fake state. It's nothing other than a gigantic geopolitical error.
Some members of the Crimean Front are Cossack warriors, a Slavic community renowned for its military prowess and the important role they played in both Ukrainian and Russian history. These men are in charge of the training of new recruits. One of the Crimean Front's main training facilities is located in downtown Simferopol.
We're ready to face any type of situation in Crimea, ready to do our best. We're not here to spare our energy. We're ready to give our blood. That's why we're here. That's why we're brothers.
Drill surgeons tell us these recruits will be learning more than just marching in step.
We teach hand-to-hand, close combat, firing positions, tactical and psychological warfare.
It's difficult to make a head count of these pro-Russian militias and assessing the size of their arsenal. Also difficult is having a clear view on who these men think would be their enemies on the battlefield.
I have an information from Kyiv, from my friends. They told me the people who charged the Pravy sector or other rebellion troops sent to us to Crimea people who have a great military or fight опыт как будет. I think it take money from the West country. Now in Crimea, I probably see people from Syria or Libya, I don't know.
After helping Russia take effective control over Crimea, these paramilitary units claim they're ready to fight whoever tries to change what their territory is becoming.
Well, coming up next here on France 24, rogue trader Jérôme Kerviel has been sentenced to 3 years in jail for losing his bank €5 billion. The good news for him, he doesn't have to pay it all back in fines. We'll have more on that for you next. Stay with us.
Special event.
On the 23rd and 30th of March, France goes to the polls to elect its mayors. But for many, this is a vote on the performance of President François Hollande and his socialist government. What message will the voters send? France 24 brings you 2 special election evenings. From 8 p.m. Paris time, our political experts will discuss the results as they come in. You can post your reactions and comments on the results live on France24.com. For an in-depth view of the French local elections on France 24 and on France24.com.